5 NGX stocks to buy before June ending. When it comes to stocks, you don't listen to the hypes or go with the flow. You check the fundamentals. You check the growth of the company for the past 5 years. But remember, past performance of a company does not determine the future performance. Also, check their debt equities. Have they been paying dividend, or has the share price been appreciating over the years? 2025 stock year became an eye-opener to some Nigerian investors. The market surge surprised everyone. And in 2026, most Nigerians realized that it is very wrong to leave your money in the bank. The Nigerian stock market have grown more aggressively than years back. Check the telecoms, the banking, and the oil and gas sectors. And do you know that the stock market did very well in the month of April and May? The market cap, which is the value of the number of stocks in the Nigerian stock market, which is over 155 trillion naira. And it did year to date of over 62%. And do you know that the amount of shares traded in the SGS in the month of April was over 16 billion naira. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 stocks that you should consider buying before the end of June. I'm going to run you through their performances in the previous year and currently this year. Hi, my name is Betty. I'm your financial friend. And on this channel, we share strategic business ideas, break down investing and financial freedom in a simple way. And this is your first time of joining, please sit back, like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that anytime my video comes up, you'll be first to be notified. Before we go on, a quick disclaimer. This video is not a financial advice. It is for educational purposes based on my own personal research. I will implore you to do your due diligence before you invest in any of the stocks. Let's get started. The 5th stock on my list is Lafarge Africa, also known as WAMCO. Lafarge operates as a cement company, just like Dangote Cement or Bua Cement. The share price as at the time of making this video is 342 naira. Lafarge Africa experienced an exponentially strong start in 2026. The company's first quarter returns doubles its growth. This is driven by sales volume, stable operations, and cost control measures. The revenue rose to 334.88 billion naira, representing a 35% increase compared to 248.35 billion naira of the first quarter of 2025. Analysts are predicting it to rise up to 166 trillion by the end of 2026. The operating profit grew to 97% to reach 141.27 billion naira. And their profit after tax soared to 97.95 billion, more than what they received in 2025 in the first quarter. Their earnings per share rose to 608 kobo compared to 302 kobo in the previous year. Anytime election is coming, you see government doing a lot of projects, like building projects and roads. And this gives rise to high production and sale of cement. Their key drivers are 1, operational stability. That is enhanced plant stability and supply assurance that leads to better efficiency. Number 2, they also have operational and production costs, including the use of alternative energy sources. Number 3, their ongoing partnership with Hudson Cement Company. This company is bringing their over 100 years experience into Lafarge Africa. In terms of revenue growth and profit after tax, Lafarge did better than its competitors. The next stock, which is the 4th stock on my list, is NEM, that's NEM Insurance. NEM Insurance have massive exposure to oil and gas, marine and aviation. Their oil and gas insurance grew by 45.3% in revenue for the 2025 financial year. In the first quarter of 2026, NEM projected its oil and gas insurance to rise up to 28 billion by the end of the year 2026. This makes the company to become the single largest projected revenue contributor, overtaking its traditional motor insurance division, projected at 27.2 billion naira. Although the company experienced a temporary correction of minus 5.87%, bringing in 14.25 billion naira, compared to the high base of 15.15 billion recorded in the first quarter of 2025. Their group insurance surged by 56% to 152.35 billion naira from 97.97 billion naira in 2024, and their total assets grew by 50%, 196.04 billion in 2025, and a profit after tax of 27.98 billion naira. The share price of NEM Insurance is 30.20 naira. Now moving on to the third stock on my list, which is Aradel Holdings. Aradel's share price at the time of this video is 1,764 naira 50 kobo, with a market cap of 7.67 trillion naira. The stock recently did 12 billion naira in turnover in a single trading session, accounting for nearly 29% of the entire market value of that day. Imagine that. That is massive. Aradel sells crude oil and they earn in dollars while paying many running costs in naira. This gives an edge in an economy where inflation erodes cash and bonds. Aradel Holdings' core drivers are mainly increased production levels and exports of crude oil. They also have the strategic utilization of alternative crude evacuation. Before we go on, have you liked this video? Have you pressed that notification button? And do share to someone you know might be interested in Nigerian stock investments. Moving on, the second stock on my list is United Capital PLC. Their current share price is 18 naira 65 kobo. United Capital is a leading Pan-Africa financial service group that provides investment balancing, asset management, and wealth services. This company acts as financial intern, helping government corporations and individuals manage, invest, and raise money. They help corporations and governments to raise money through debt, bonds, or equity shares. They also give advisory services and guiding companies through mergers, acquisitions, business restructuring, and project funding. United Capital manages collective investment schemes for public retail investors like money market funds, bonds, and equities. And they also manage large-scale portfolios and pension assets for corporation and government agencies. United Capital acts as brokers. United Capital is also one of the registered and licensed stockbrokers, executing trades on behalf of domestic and international investors on the NGX. And finally, let's get to number one stock on my list. That is Dangote Sugar. Dangote Sugar is the largest sugar refinery. It reported a total revenue of 829.2 billion naira for the 2025 financial year, reflecting a 24.6% growth compared to 2024. The operating profit jumped from 12.72 billion naira in the year 2024 to 96.1 billion naira in 2025. The total asset amounted to 965.92 billion naira. Their share price at the time of this video is almost 18 naira. Their market cap is 951 billion naira, which makes 0.59% of Nigerian stock market equity. The core business of Dangote Sugar is the refinery of raw sugar into edible sugar and subsequent sale of this refined sugar to consumers and manufacturers. The good thing about Dangote Refinery Sugar is that the company is now growing their own sugarcane. They have a massive sugarcane plantation that they started from the scratch. What this means is that They will not depend totally on global raw sugar importation. With this, it eliminates the profit margin of the third-party supplier, making raw materials cheaper over time. Dangote Sugar achieves 70% backward integration. This means that 70% of the sugar they refined are from their own farm. Now you have the 5 top stocks to buy before the end of June. Feel free to let me know any of the stocks that you already invested in or you are planning to invest in. If this video helped you to know about the company and their stock, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, and please turn up the notification button so you don't miss any of our new videos. And remember, your financial journey starts with little decision you make today. See you in my next video.